You know what I want? A physics platformer that doesn't rip off Half-Life. I'm looking at you, Quantum Conundrum. So I opened the Steam shop, and lo and behold, a physics platform that is cheap. So I decided, fuck it, this is what is available. No Time to Explain has the concept I was looking for. The delivery, on the other hand, was shit on waffles. No Time to Explain has a concept of having a blaster gun that makes you a human projectile, rather than having a gun or switch that changes gravity. So with the plot, I gotta roll out my Mario formula equation with some edits. Whereas it's still Party A kidnapping Party B and Party C rescuing them, this time Party A is you from the future. No Time to Explain. And Party C is present you with a physics blaster. You from the future is abducted by an alien and you must chase it through multiple dimensions to save yourself. Even though the weapon on the game cover and was mostly boasted is the blaster, occasionally you will have a different weapon because you from a different dimension comes and takes your place. One specific weapon that sticks out in my mind is the shotgun, which fires you at an angle, depending on an angle that you are firing at, rather than a continuous blast with the blaster.
This is extremely improbable! I can see my bone!
But all the weapons are essentially the same. The levels are samey and boring. The only changes are a different colored dirt or maybe a particle effect. Oh boy! Every few levels you get a boss fight, and these are all the same. Shoot is a thing. This is only as far as gaming goes, this is only slightly more complex than Go to the Place. The gaming developers do try to make them look different though, with different types of bosses. Like first you fight a gigantic crab, and then you fight a shark, and then you fight a mole. It's all essentially the same. Only with maybe a slightly different movement pattern, and maybe they'll move around a bit differently, or maybe they'll attack you a bit differently. But really, all you have to do is aim your gun at and just start firing, because the continuous blast is going to end up killing them. And even though it does weaken over time, so long as you're not in air while you're firing it, it's going to stay at the same strength. Well, you can't die during boss fights, aside from that mole guy. The game has little replay value, because after you find the solution to a puzzle, you kind of got it stuck in your head. That was one puzzle that took me, I don't even remember how many tries to get, and I thought it was a really well-designed puzzle. Not really. It was a shit puzzle. It was one of those things where you have to have perfect timing on every one of your blasts, otherwise you're going to have to die and restart the entire level again. After that, I replayed through it a couple of times to see, is it still difficult? And I got it on the first try, every single time. Because even though I just got once, I just started getting it every single time. Although I'm going to stop the hatred here for a second. The animation when using the shotgun is kind of cute, and I'm guessing that's where most of the money went. The only reason you would go back and play through for, and I'm sure the drive for the main character, is collecting hats. All the hats! I'm not even joking. That's one of the main points that was posted on the Steam page about for it. The collection of hats is the only reason I replayed the levels. In all honesty, the game is pissed on waffles covered in shit. It has a good concept, but the collecting pissed on it, and then the delivery is just shit on it. I would only recommend this game to you if you are new to gaming, specifically non-Wii gaming, where everything is just handed to you because Nintendo can't understand that fan base has brains, and I hate Nintendo, as you now know. Give this game a 5 out of 10. It's an average game. If you want a physics platformer that doesn't directly rip off Half-Life, then you can take this game. I definitely do not agree with the people that are giving it 9 out of 10 and 8 out of 10 and really high scores, because it really doesn't deserve that. I mean, sure, it's an indie game, and I'm sure it's a good concept, and sure it's fun for maybe a few hours, but really it's just the same boring levels over and over and over again with maybe a different weapon, maybe a different way that you have to go through the level. And I don't agree with the people giving it 3 out of 10 or 2 out of 10 or 1 out of 10, because it's not that bad. It's an average game. If you want a physics platformer and you don't feel like buying like Quantum Conundrum or Half-Life or something, then this is the game for you. On the other hand, if you like having games with replay value, especially a short, this game is not exactly short, but it's not really that long either. It gets very repetitive. So if you don't like it, so basically you're just replaying the first mission over and over and over again with maybe a slightly different game mechanic. So in conclusion, if you're like me and you like a game where you have differences between the levels, then this isn't the game for you. But if you are the type of person that likes to replay through the same thing over and over and over again, or if you're new to gaming, specifically PC gaming, I'm saying PC gaming because I'm pretty sure it's not on the XBLA yet, and then this is the game for you, and I would recommend buying it. It's only $10 on Steam. It's been out for a few months now, and with all of the buzz that I got from some of the major reviewers out there, I'm surprised if you haven't tried it yet, and I would not recommend it if you don't like this kind of a game. Oh yeah, I forgot a mechanic. It's kind of major. Yeah, it's mostly just the achievements in the game. I forgot to mention the achievements, and I'm not going to go back and refilm the entire thing because I am lazy. Basically, all the achievements have to do with is collecting the hats. And then there's also an achievement for finishing the game, and the achievement even admits that it's a rather short game, so it's not going to be surprised if you're not impressed with the length. And it's just saying, hey, collect these hats, and you'll win a prize. I mean, you don't even have to finish the game and collect all the hats. All you have to do is play through, because if you just collect the same hat icon, then you're going to get different hats for it, rather than having set hats for each level. So if you basically just want to collect the hats and see what all the hats are, some of them are kind of funny, and just play through the same level over and over again, because that's basically just going to give you the best results. 5 out of 10, average, goodbye.